It's what he is, what he's done, and I pity the beating that he's going to have to endure on April 26th. I did what I needed to do. I embarrassed a drug cheat, which is what is needed in this sport. We can't let these people, not be accountable for their actions. We can't let them cheat, get caught cheating, and then act like it's okay and I'm cleared and I can't say why, but no. If you get caught with drugs in your system, especially in a fight against me.
Chris Eubank Jr. is on a warpath and he's not holding back. This isn't just another fight, it's deeply personal. He's coming to destroy Conor Benn, not just inside the ring, but on every level. Last time, Eubank didn't just beat Benn, he humiliated him, exposing his drug scandal for the world to see. Now he's doubling down, making it clear that cheats don't belong in boxing. Benn got caught red-handed, and Eubank wants to ensure he never forgets it. For Eubank, this fight isn't just about winning, it's about sending a message. In boxing, integrity is everything, and when drugs enter the equation, the consequences aren't just physical. They affect reputation, legacy, and respect. The last thing Benn wants is another stain on his record.
I'm not going to say I hate because that's too powerful of a word. Extreme dislike. I don't know how that's going to affect my performance, how it's going to affect my training. Maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be worse.
But Eubank's message is clear. Cheating won't be forgotten or forgiven. Chris Eubank Jr. might not say it outright, but his hatred for Conor Benn is undeniable. This fight isn't just business, it's personal. The grudge between them has been brewing for years, and now it's about to explode in the ring. The real question is, how will this rivalry fuel Eubank? Will it sharpen his focus, making him an even deadlier force? Or will it cloud his judgment, leading to reckless decisions that could cost him everything? Eubank isn't just fighting Benn, he's fighting the betrayal, the disrespect, and the controversy that has lingered for far too long. He's been one of the loudest voices against drug cheats, calling them out at every turn. This fight isn't just about victory, it's about proving a point. But therein lies the danger. Will his emotion...
people by a lot smarter than you.
What does it mean?
You have the IQ of a 5-year-old child.
Does that mean that the drugs weren't in your system?
I've been cleared. Done.
There you go.
That's it. No, you keep going on, but I've been cleared.
The entire public wants to know why
that's the truth.
There were performance-enhancing drugs in your system, and all you and Eddie can come up with
do your research.
After 2.5 years
do your research. Do your research.
Actions drive him to triumph, or will this vendetta be his downfall? The tension is at an all-time high, and the controversy surrounding this fight is exactly what the boxing world is waiting for. Chris Eubank Jr. isn't letting Conor Benn off the hook, not now, not ever. He's tearing into Benn's so-called clearance, calling it nothing but a weak excuse to dodge the truth. According to Eubank, getting cleared doesn't erase the fact that Benn cheated, and he's determined to remind him of that every step of the way. Conor Benn was caught red-handed with performance-enhancing drugs in his system, and Chris Eubank Jr. isn't buying the justifications. Benn's endless explanations are, in Eubank's eyes, nothing more than pathetic attempts to rewrite history. The public deserves the truth, real transparency, not watered-down excuses designed to save face. But here's the real kicker. Just because the authorities let Benn off the hook doesn't mean his reputation is clean. Eubank is making it his mission to remind everyone that a positive test is a positive test.
A lot smarter by people who are a lot smarter than you, Chris.
Listen, I'm sure they are. I'm a fighter.
Oh, well, exactly.
I'm not an academic.
Well, exactly, that's it.
But one thing I do know is you are a judge.
What I do know is you're an idiot who's taking this fight because he owes someone some money.
No amount of legal loopholes can change that. His frustration is boiling over, and he's making one thing crystal clear. He's not letting Benn escape the shadow of this scandal. If you're fired up about this fight, let us know in the comments. Do you think Eubank is right to call Benn out? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on this heated rivalry. In the latest verbal showdown between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr., the animosity is off the charts. The gloves are off long before the first punch is thrown. Benn, desperately trying to shift blame, arrogantly claims the situation was handled by smarter minds, attempting to dodge responsibility. But Eubank isn't letting it slide. He slams Benn as an idiot, his frustration boiling over from the drug-cheating controversy that has tainted this rivalry. This isn't just trash.
Eubank's much bigger. Conor Benn's a better fighter. That's it.
Does that make it a complete 50-50 in your mind?
In my opinion, complete 50-50. I don't think Chris Eubank will be able to hold up to what Conor Benn will do in the first 3 or 4 rounds of the fight. If he does, I think he's a big problem in the fight because he's a much bigger guy.
Talk. It's a full-blown war of egos, with both fighters trying to assert dominance and control the narrative. Benn's attempts to sidestep accountability only fuel Eubank's rage. He refuses to let the conversation drift away from the facts. Benn's actions are plain and simple. The real question is, will this bitter war of words ignite a fire in the ring? Or is this just the beginning of one of boxing's most intense rivalries? The tension is sky high, and the answer might just explode on fight night. Eddie Hearn has just dropped a bombshell with his take on the Eubank versus Benn showdown. While most assume Eubank's size gives him the clear edge, Hearn flips the script. He insists.
How are we feeling about smashing this geezer to pieces April 22nd? If I tell you something now, I can't wait. I can't wait. I look at you, I look at Nigel. I look at Nigel wants to get in the ring and have a tear up.
You know what? Listen, Chris can say what he wants. The bottom line is, his dad don't even like him. You could not pay that man enough money to sit in this man's corner. Now that's an accomplishment.
Insists Benn holds the real advantage in pure skill and boxing technique. To Hearn, this fight isn't just a 50-50 matchup, it's a war with a crucial twist. He warns that Eubank's physical advantage means nothing if he can't handle the pressure Benn will bring early on. If Eubank survives the opening storm, the momentum could shift in his favor. But if he buckles under the heat, it's game over before the later rounds even matter. This is a battle of survival. The opening rounds could dictate everything. Will Eubank's size keep him standing, or will Benn's relentless assault break him down before he even finds his rhythm? The stakes have never been higher. Eddie Hearn didn't hold back at the press conference, throwing gasoline on an already blazing rivalry.
I just can't take him seriously, that's all. Just look at his career. Every time he steps up, he's fouled. Every time. Yeah, you face better oppositions, well done you, but this is the end of your career. This is the end. This is it for you. Wow. I'm 28. Do you know what I mean? You choose to...
In a fiery exchange between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. His words weren't just bold, they were personal. He took direct shots at both Eubank Jr. and his father, Nigel. Hearn called out the elephant in the room, the strange and fractured relationship between Chris and his dad. With a smirk, he claimed that Nigel doesn't even like his own son, suggesting that not even a fortune could make the elder Eubank stand in Chris's corner. This wasn't just a jab, it was a full-blown attack on the deep family tensions overshadowing this fight. What started as a professional grudge match has now turned into something far more personal. The gloves are off, and this isn't just about boxing anymore. This is a fight for family honor, pride, and survival. In a
Funny actually. I mean, I am team Ben. Do you know what I mean? I don't think Guy'd have done that. It's a little bit disrespectful. I don't think Nigel would have done it. I certainly don't think Conor would have done it. But I did find it quite amusing, if I'm not going to lie. But
fiery exchange, Conor Benn dropped a bombshell, declaring that Chris Eubank Jr.'s career was on its last legs. With tensions at an all-time high, this fight is shaping up to be one of the most explosive showdowns in boxing history. Relentless in his confidence, Conor Benn boldly proclaimed that Eubank's time at the top was over, and that this fight would be the final nail in the coffin of his fading legacy. Benn didn't just attack Eubank's chances in the ring, he went after his entire career trajectory. He mocked Eubank's stagnation, claiming he had already peaked and was now in decline. Benn even took aim at Eubank's decision to fight a welterweight, calling it a desperate move that exposed just how much he still had to prove. For Benn, this isn't just about winning, it's about making a statement. He's determined to end Eubank's reign and cement himself as the new force in the division. The war of words has reached new heights, and now all eyes are on fight night to see if Benn's bold claims will become reality. Ricky Hatton didn't hold back when weighing in on the fiery exchange between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. Despite his unwavering loyalty to Benn, Hatton couldn't help but find the whole situation a bit laughable. He's clearly on Team Benn, but even he had to admit that the press conference antics crossed the line. Hatton pointed out that fighters with real respect for the sport, like himself and even Benn, would never stoop to such disrespectful behavior. While he found it amusing, he also acknowledged that things had gone too far. This confrontation only highlights just how heated this rivalry has become, with emotions boiling over on both sides. Hatton's take adds even more fuel to the fire, intensifying the already explosive buildup to this fight. The bad blood is real, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Fans are counting down the days because one thing is certain: this drama is far from over. Drop your predictions in the comments. Who's taking the win, Benn or Eubank? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for all the latest boxing updates.